Hello students. So I will start this video with one quote. In this video, I'm going to give some brief information about the preparation strategy of various exams like PSC exam or GATE exam. So I will start this video with one quote. Big journey begin with small steps. Success doesn't come from big breakthrough innovation, but from flawless execution. So many students have asked me, and also often I hear a concern among the students regarding what should be our strategy to crack ESC or GATE exams. So to answer this question in the most simplified way, this video I have prepared with my sincere effort to strategize things for aspirants and students, which will be fruitful for young friends. So there are two categories of ESC and GATE aspirants or students. One is your freshers. Uh, Freshers means who are preparing first time for the competitive exams, and another is your repeaters, means who have already given one or more attempts. Yeah. So this video I have prepared for those students. So let's say first discuss the strategies for as freshers, means those who are preparing for the first time for any competitive exams. So if you are fresher and preparing first time, then I will suggest you the different approach. For example, first, always define your aim and target the desired exam right from the beginning. You should examine closely the examination pattern, the examination syllabus, and the level of difficulty. You have to identify all these things. Next, I will suggest that first step for freshers should be to go through the previous year's question papers of the aimed exam. Whatever exam you have aimed, either GATE or ESC or UPSC or any other state examinations. So always first step is to go through the previous year's question papers and identify there what type of questions they are asking, like whether it is a theoretical question, then what subject, which topics are mostly asked, or derivations, or if there are numerical type. Another strategy is that keep one best reference reference book for each subject. So I will advise you read do not read too many books for each subject, because practically it is not possible in limited time frame. Clear? So for the for freshers, the some study plan I have written here. So I will explain one by one how to execute your study plan. So make an overall plan of your career, define immediate and ultimate goal of your career, then make a roadmap to execute in most effective manner. Being an engineer, you should understand the importance of planning and execution of any plan. So overall plan, I have categorized, or I have divided into these steps. So first is your six. So first is your 6 months year plan. Means you can plan for 6 months or 1 year plan. So divide months for different subjects and plan it so as to complete the entire subject in the leftover time. So in the current scenario of high cutoffs, whatever I have felt, that do not go for the selective study. Instead, cover the entire syllabus, because you never know, the topic left could be the topic of contest. Means whatever topic you are leaving, that may also come. So I will suggest do not go for selective study, instead to cover the entire syllabus. Clear? That is your 6 months or 1 year plan. Next is your subject wise plan. Means for each subject you should study, your study should be exam oriented. That is, you should get uh, familiarized with the subject, so that you know which area is to be focused, like whether theory has to be focused, or Numerical or solving previous year's questions will suffice. So each subject requires different approach. For example, in mathematics, you may be required to focus on practicing problems, whereas in general studies, paper all together, different approach is required. Similarly, in technical subjects, the approach may differ from subject to subject. So if you are enrolled in any coaching institute, then concentrate and study well in classroom. Your class notes should be complete and ready in classroom itself, with simultaneously marking of the important concepts, formula, and also develop a habit of writing a writing of note points wherever required. If only self-study is your style, means you have not joined any coaching or anything, and only self-study is your style, means you are preparing by yourself, then means preparing by yourself or preparing without coaching, then also notes making is advisable. I will advise you to make a notes. One point I will uh, uh, suggest you here, that work for yourself, that is make notes for yourself. It should be self handwritten notes, as this will increase your writing efficiency in terms of speed, accuracy, and handwriting, and also helping memory retention. Means your handwritten notes only you can memorize very easily. That was your subject wise plan. So this was your second step or second method. Next is your daily to-do list or daily plan. Means this basically for effective time management. Plan and freeze the study hours, and abstain from using mobile phone. Do not use mobile phone so much, or do not go search your social medias. Abstain from the social medias, WhatsApp, etc. during these hours. 10 to 15 minutes are sufficient to plan next day schedule. So it will help in removing redundant activities of your schedule and can make best use of your time for study. So I would also suggest to pre-plan uh, your I will also suggest you to pre-plan your area, subject, topic of your study for the of your for next day. It would help in activating sense of your mind also to stimulate for study, which help in better memory retention. Solving previous year questions of GATE, ES, or any other competitive exams, at least of last 10 to 15 years, should be made uh, compulsory, uh, compulsory with class notes. Do not postpone it for later. For all the topics that is covered in the class or studied on your own, finish the previous year's questions on priority basis. That should be your priority. Clear? So also, while solving the questions, mark the questions which you were not able to solve. Refer the reference book for the clarity of the concepts and solve again. In front of the question, write the page number and the number of name of the book. Refer and underline or highlight the concept. So this methodology will be is to be followed for all the workbook and other materials also. After a few months, while doing revision, you should reattempt these marked questions only, and no need to solve other questions. Clear? So this was the plan for daily to-do list and daily plan. Next is your make a revision plan. After doing this, you have to make a revision plan. So make a habit of reading and revising simultaneously. While studying a particular subject, devote 70 to 80% of self-study time in developing concepts of new subjects, and rest 20 to 30 time should be religiously devoted for revision of already completed topics or subjects. Clear? And towards months closer to the exam, increase the revision time for proper retention of concepts till exam day. You have to increase your revision times whenever your exam months is closing, uh, uh, closer to the exam. Clear? So while revising, make sure that you should revise the class notes. You should revise the underlined highlighted portion of textbook. You should then attempt only the marked questions once more. And if time permits in the last, then start with new set of questions. Otherwise, Don't do the new sets of questions. Yeah. So this was the revision plan, how to execute your revision plan. After that, one more thing is there, that make micro notes. After finishing every subjects, make micro notes which have only principal formula, diagrams, concepts of at most importance. Whatever most important topics or concepts or formulas are there, so make a micro notes. Especially note down the area which you find difficult to remember. Then once this is done, take a snapshot and store in your mobile gallery. These will be your digital micro notes which can be revised anywhere and everywhere while traveling, gap between two classes, or in your free time. So that was to strategy how to make a micro notes. So you have to flow like a river. Be and this you should be a discussion oriented with friends and seniors, and you should be keep in learning, uh, clearing your doubts. Don't allow to accumulate the doubts which may result in mental stress. Always let your doubts and thoughts flow like a river water, which when flows get self purified. Also interact with successful seniors, also interact with fellow mates, to know about their path of success or strategy. So you have to always keep your doubts clear. Don't keep the doubts in your mind. Always evaluate yourself. That is this step. So for this evaluation, take test in examination environment and analyze your performance and make notes of areas of difficulty and make a roadmap to improve these before the next test. So stay away from incompetent and non-achievers. Uh, don't let their failures demoralize your in any sense. Clear? So that is what the evaluate yourself. So this was your strategy, different strategies which I have discussed for the freshers. Means though for those candidates or aspirants or students or my young friends who are preparing. So for them, first time who are preparing first time. So these strategies you can apply uh, to for preparation of your exam. Next is the strategies for repeaters. So for them, there should be a balancing approach. Cover entire syllabus, but more time should be given to important areas. Identify important subjects, mark important topics with the subjects. Scoring and low scoring areas should be strategized. So you have to make a balanced study plan for technical and non-technical subjects. So for repeaters, here I have categorized into two things to be kept in mind during exam preparation and the strategy during the exam. So for this, for repeaters, I will suggest that review your past performance and find the reasons for failure. Consider failure as next stepping step. In fact, you have not failed, your success is little postponed. Identify your weak areas of each subject and start your preparation by first improving these areas. Means your weak areas. You have to identify your weak areas of each subjects, and first you have to start preparation for improving these areas. Next is focus more on solving different types of problems, and that too from new source of material in each iteration. Clear? You should plan your study to maintain regularly and self motivation. Daily scheduling and subject wise scheduling is very important for these preparation, for continuous preparation. Clear? Next, join some good test series and appear for test with full preparation and take the test in examination environment. Always take your test in examination environment. Do not attempt your test while sitting in your room, or while using your phone, or while watching the TV, like that. Clear? Solving previous year's paper. Also make continuity and keep up the self motivation. That is very important. Continuity should be there. Form groups of 3-4 friends. Make schedule of group study once in a week. You have to discuss complex questions and doubts with your friends and clear your doubts. So this was the basic strategies for the repeaters, means those who are writing the exams. So those who have written the one time written the exam, or those who have given the attempts one time, or those who are giving the attempts more than one time. So first thing is to, what are the things to be kept in mind during preparation? So during preparation, never read too many books. Clear? Never read too many books for the same topic. This will simplify. This will simply, not simplify. This will simply kill your time. To save time, always refer to material of coaching institutes supplemented by the standard books, or strengthen the key concepts of each subject. The questions are based on the basic concept and they do not require much calculation. So cramming up the formulas won't help until and unless you have a clear concept of the topic. So always try to focus on the concept of your topic. Don't cram your formulas, or don't memorize simply the formulas. Yeah. Also focus on writing and presentation skills. That is very important. Theory, derivations, and diagrams for the subjective paper. Yeah. So for subjective paper, writing and presentation skill is very important. Next is solve all the previous 10 years questions thoroughly. In IS exam, a lot many questions are based on the concepts of previous year's questions. Next, rather than solving 5 questions on a similar concepts, it is better, I will suggest you, it is better to solve one question with 5 different methods. So it will gives you the knowledge about the shortest methods to be used, because there is a we have to keep in mind the time management also. Clear that? So these were the things to be kept in mind during your preparation. Next is, what should be the strategy, your strategy during the examination, because already you have given one attempt, now you are going to give more attempts. This may be your second attempt or third attempt. So something is there which you have to strategize during the examination also. So examination for objective types of paper, I will suggest that stay ahead of time and not with it. Clear? Split your time into milestone, like 28 30 questions per 30 minutes, like that you have to split your time. Always you have to stay ahead of time. Next is, the questions from the same subject in the objective papers are mostly bunched together. So solve the questions from the easy subjects first to be ahead of the time and your milestone. After that, blind guessing should be avoided. Clear? You should not guess the blindly, because there will be a negative marking. Always try to make a smart guess by eliminating some of the options which cannot be true. So for objective papers, always you have to try to make a smart guess by eliminating some of the questions. Clear? For conventional paper, selection of questions and the time management is an important key to fetch good marks in these papers. Clear? So the questions must be selected from the subjects which you are good at. Don't select others questions which you are not confident on that. So with the introduction of the question paper, come answer booklet come answer booklet. So there is absolutely no reason to do the questions in the order, but they are printed in the paper. So solve the easiest ones first. Getting the easy questions safely under your belt at the start of exam is wonderful. Boost to confidence. So that will give you a more confidence, and can help reduce any feeling of panic that might arise when looking at the harder questions. Clear? So the easy questions are likely to take less time than the average. That means you will be ahead of schedule from the start, and another good confidence boost. Next, I will suggest that allot time appropriately for the theory questions as per the marks allocated against these questions. So do not write the extra things or unnecessary things for the theory questions. Always write the sufficient or required material only for the theory questions. Always write, I will suggest that write in points, highlight those important uh, terms and concepts present in that theoretical questions. So these were the strategies for the repeaters which I have explained here. So all these strategies, whether for the beginners or freshers or the repeaters, according to my experience or according to my uh, which I felt, I have explained here. So just go through it and follow accordingly it. So this was the strategy plan. Thank you for this today's video.